Good, man. It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang, God Squad. It's what it is, man. Tyson Fury, Daniel DuBois. No, I'm not talking about them fighting. I'm really saying that I think that Tyson Fury should spar Daniel DuBois for his camp when he fights to prepare for Wilder. Reason being is because Daniel DuBois has tremendous, and I do believe tremendous punching power in both hands. I do believe that he has more power than Wilder. I do believe he is technically more sound than Wilder. So I feel like he would give Fury, a good feel of Wilder's power. Granted, you can't duplicate certain opponents when you spar. You can't. And the best thing to do is when you sparring and all that. Something I learned from GSP. He said, I forgot who he was fighting. I think it was when he was fighting Hendricks. He knew Hendricks had really good stand-up, so he was like, okay, in order for me to prepare for a guy that has really good stand-up is to spar a guy who has really good stand-up, but not just really good stand-up, but better stand-up than the person I'm fighting. And that's something that a lot of fighters should do. If you fighting like a Errol Spence or something like that, you should kind of spar people that have that relentless pressure, and also spar people that have a decent amount of punching power, so you can kind of get the feel. You get the feel of, because there are fighters that are better at applying pressure on you than Errol Spence, and there are fighters that are actually physically stronger and faster than Errol Spence that you could spar to help prepare you. Now, the downside of that is when you spar another person that's probably on your level or above the level of the opposition that you're facing, you're risking the chances of injury and hurting yourself because this person is really good too. So you're risking a chance of injuring yourself, and also, even worse, you're risking a chance of your fighter losing their confidence because, that dude, whoever he or she may be, might really put them paws on you. And you in this camp, you preparing for this fight, and you don't want to go through a camp getting your ass beat in training. It might do something to your psyche, do something to your confidence. Now you're not as confident because you're getting beat up during camp, and you feeling like, if I'm getting beat up in camp, the fight gonna be way worse, So I do feel like Tyson Fury should spar a Daniel DuBois because of his punching power and his technicality as a boxer. And it'll be really good experience for Daniel DuBois, being a prospect up and coming heavyweight boxer such as himself. And I really feel it would give Fury some real work, some real help, and it'll also help him feel of what it's like to get hit by a guy with tremendous punching power. Even when he hits you on accident, even when he hits you and he's not trying to hit you with full force, he's just touching you. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like what Andre Ward said about when he fought Arthur Abraham. Arthur Abraham had major crack. It was like he knew he'd throw a punch and he'd catch it, boom, and it's like, ooh, I can't get hit with that clean. Can't get hit with that clean. Can't get hit with that clean, because I might go to sleep, or I will go to sleep. So I really feel like that would help Fury, the feel. And I do think Daniel DuBois' punch output is more than Wilder's. So I'm not saying that he should spar Daniel DuBois the whole entire training camp. I say like maybe the first week or two of camp, or the first 2 weeks of sparring, he should spar Daniel DuBois. He really should spar Daniel DuBois just to get the feel of fighting against a powerhouse. Somebody that has equal power in both hands. I really feel that would help Tyson Fury a tremendous amount in the fight against Wilder if he spars a Daniel DuBois. And then even within that camp, he spars another guy who's more of a pot shotter, who only throws maybe 1 or 2 punches, at a time. He don't really throw punches in bunches, kind of basically imitating the Wilder style. Wilder style is basically 1 or 2 punches at a time, maybe 3, and that's a big maybe. But mainly it's a pot shot, a straight right hand, or a jab 1-2 type of thing. That's the Wilder fight. So I feel he should spar Daniel DuBois just to get the power part, just to get used to getting hit by somebody that has really good punching power and speed. And young too. And Daniel DuBois is young, so that's even better. because he got that youthful energy. And also, he should spar somebody who's more of a pot shotter, take his time, shoots the 1-2s. And I really, truly, honestly believe if Fury spars a Daniel DuBois for maybe about a week or two, and he ain't got to do no major rounds. He don't got to do no 15 rounds with Daniel DuBois. He could go 5 rounds with DuBois just to get the feel. I'm not saying he should spar Daniel DuBois for a hell of rounds because he could get hurt. He can get hurt within the first 3 to 5 rounds sparring Daniel DuBois. But I think Tyson Fury should still be fresh enough to where he could defend himself. He could still do him. But I don't feel that they should spar like the whole camp or longer than within the first 2 weeks of sparring. No, I don't want Tyson to get hurt prior to the fight because I want to see the fight. But that's my take on it. Angel Garcia don't really agree with that. He's not a believer in the iron sharpen iron philosophy because he feels, and he made a very valid point on a Boxing Voice interview. Shout out Boxing Voice. Nesto did do that interview. I know I talk my shit about Nesto, but that was a good interview. Hats off to the Boxing Voice for getting that interview with Angel Garcia, and also got an interview with my boy Anthony the Beast Yard. You know what I'm saying? But Angel Garcia was saying that he don't believe that iron sharpens iron in the sense of when you sparring to prepare for a fight. Angel Garcia was saying that you don't want your fighter, your cash cow dude, to be sparring like other champions because that might dwindle his confidence. He might get injured. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. And I agree, but I don't agree. You know what I mean? Because iron sharpens iron. You're not going to get better as a fighter if you just sparring the same type of opposition, or you sparring people that's really beneath you. You ain't never sparring nobody that's as good as you or better. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you learn about your mistakes. You learn what your bad habits are. You know what I'm saying? When you spar somebody that's on your level or better. If you spar somebody that's beneath you, you gonna do little things. You gonna form little habits, you know what I'm saying, that you can't form against better opposition. You know what I'm saying? It might be a dude that let me jump around and bounce and shoot my shots and all that, and I can just pick my punches when I want to pick them. And then I might spar a dude that's on my level or better. He not letting me bounce around. He not letting me pick my shots. He not letting me get off first. So personally, I feel him, because you can get hurt sparring people that's your level or higher. That does happen. I've been a victim of that. But it does help when you spar better opposition. Look at the Charlo brothers and Errol Spence. Iron sharpens iron. And they are a reflection of each other. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think nobody that Errol Spence will fight hits harder than the Charlos. I don't. And I don't think nobody that the Charlos fight will have better pressure tactics than the Errol Spence. So I feel like that works for them. So I don't feel that Angel Garcia's philosophy works towards them. But I understand what he's saying. You don't want your fighter getting hurt. You don't want your fighter losing his or her confidence in the camp. So I get it. But Daniel DuBois, I think you should spar Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, I think you need to call Daniel DuBois' people and have him come over and assist you in your camp, because that dude got some major crack, and that dude hits crazy hard, man. He's knocking people the fuck out. And I feel like that would help Fury beat Wilder, because Daniel DuBois throw more punches than Wilder. And I honestly think that Daniel DuBois hits harder than Wilder on accident. Like the velocity that Wilder needs to generate his power, I don't think Daniel DuBois need that much. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's not to say that Wilder don't hit hard or he ain't got the crack that he say he got. It just means that I think it would take more for Wilder to get what Daniel DuBois got. Because I feel like Daniel DuBois don't got to try to really hit you, you know what I'm saying, to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Daniel DuBois' fights, that dude does not have to try to hit you to hurt you. That dude can love tap you and he'll hurt you. That's how hard he hit. Wilder ain't never just boop somebody and they just like you. When Wilder hits you, he hitting you with some force, some real force, and it's like, oh shit, damn. But when Daniel DuBois hits you, he could just touch you, and it's like, ooh, Like, I've seen Daniel DuBois touch some fools with a jab and was like, whoa, that's freaky. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a few of y'all not gonna agree. I'm sure a few of y'all gonna say what y'all gonna say, especially y'all Wilder fans. But Daniel DuBois do hit harder than Deontay Wilder. Look at Daniel DuBois' fights. Look at when Daniel DuBois hit somebody with a jab, and look at when Wilder hit somebody with a jab. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Like, really though. Look at when Daniel DuBois hit somebody with his full strength with his right hand, and when Wilder do it. It's factual. I've watched it. I've watched Daniel DuBois hurt fools without even, you could tell he wasn't even really trying to personally hurt you. He was just trying to either get you off of him or back you up, put some pressure on you, something, and he ends up knocking you the fuck out. So, I feel that also Daniel DuBois is technically more skilled than Wilder. So, it would give Fury a much better feel for that fight. I'm telling you. Mark my words, man. Tyson, man, listen to me, man. Get Daniel in camp, man. Before you fight Wilder, get Daniel DuBois in camp, man. Real shit. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, DT3, New Media, Notification Gang, God Squad. It's what it is, man. Follow your boy on Instagram at DT_boom. Follow your boy on Twitter at DBoyWSO, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I hit y'all with some hot shit, man. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. Subscribe to their channel. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time I hit y'all with some hot shit. And to clear things up about what I just said about the Boxing Voice, and I know some of y'all gonna trip on what I said in the previous video. I said fuck them pertaining to the Joshua situation, not them as a whole production company and staff. When it came to that Joshua shit, fuck y'all. But y'all coverage is cool. But that I get tired of seeing Joshua. I get tired of that shit. Talk about something else. That's what I'm on. But subscribe to the Boxing Voice. They do get good coverage, man. Because I just watched a ton of their interviews, and it was great. So shout out to the Boxing Voice. Subscribe to their channel. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time they hit y'all with some hot shit, man. Fuck with it, your boy, man. 100.